In this episode of Things Guilty Gear characters say, I'm going to translate what Sin, the flag bearer, calls others. This is an ongoing series, so if you enjoy this, make sure to check out the previous videos and subscribe for future episodes. Let's start off with the character selection intro. Pick a partner, would ya? A person with really poor eyesight. Answer is a business ninja that wears glasses. It has a third lens that covers his forehead. He has no third eye though, or does he? I actually couldn't find any information on why his glasses are shaped like that, so if any of you know, let me know in the comments. A person I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised Sin hasn't heard about Axel from Soul, since both of them travel together. Axel has spent time with Soul at various points in history while he was slipping through time. He's close enough to call Soul boss on the character select screen. It seems like Soul doesn't like talking about his relationship with others. A person who glares at me. Seems like Baiken has been giving Sin and Soul the stink eye. In Soul's character select voice lines, he mentioned that Baiken gives a nasty look. Seems like the traveling duo has gotten on her bad side. A guy who's sleeping. Bedman spends most of his time asleep due to his body not being able to handle his brain activities while being awake. Sin describes most people using the word hito, which translates to person. But Bedman is one of the two characters he uses the word yatsu, which roughly translates to guy. Considering Bedman is one of the main antagonists in Xrd, I have a feeling that he uses this word for people he does not like very much. A person who's really fast. Chipp is a ninja and one of the fastest characters in the game. This is similar to Ino's comment, but in her case, she's pointing at a different type of fast, if you know what I mean. Mom, are you alright? Dizzy is Sin's mother, and she's been going through a lot since his birth. In Guilty Gear 2, she was sealed by Kai to prevent from disappearing. And in Xrd, soon after being released, she had to stop the Conclave from resurrecting justice. Through all this turmoil, it's no surprise that Sin is worried about her. Elf. Elfel is a Valentine created by the Universal Will as a twin sister to Ramethal. After Ramethal got captured by Illyria, she helped Sin, who was tasked to watch over her. Both eventually opened up to each other and became friends, hence the nickname. A dangerous doctor. This description is the same as what Axel and Soul calls Faust in their respective character select voice lines. A person with no pupils. Hyehyun pilots a mech to conceal her gender. It's quite well built and looks exactly how a buff old man who shoots ki blasts would look. A scary woman. A sadist who smashes people with a guitar while making sexual innuendos is definitely something that would traumatize a 4-year-old kid. Old man's friend? Old man in this case points to Soul and not Kai. Jacko was created by that man to use her as a patch to convert Justice into Arya. This is why she contains a part of Arya's memories and soul. Since Arya was romantically involved with Soul before her conversion to Justice, he has very complicated feeling towards Jacko. A person who gives me food. Jam loves good-looking men. She tried to hit on Sin by cooking meals for him. You can hear her try to coax Sin to come with her in her character selection voice line. Check her episode for more details. Kai. Kai is Sin's father, but the relationship is not that great since Sin feels like he did not do an adequate job to protect his mother. This feeling is probably compounded by how he was separated early in his childhood and raised by Soul, even though this was done to protect him from the United Nations. This is the reason why he calls Soul Old Man, but calls Kai by his first name. His feelings towards Kai has gotten better though after Dizzy's return and Kai's apology.
レオのおっさんマジ怖い子
Really scary girl. A girl who swings a humongous anchor and summons dolphins? I'd be scared too. The humorous thing is that Sin tells Mei to use her anchor for what it's intended for, while wielding a flag as weapon.
髪の毛がすごい人
A person with crazy hair. Milia has the ability to shape her hair to any form she wants. She gained this ability through the 6th forbidden magic spell while she was in the Assassin's Guild. She often shapes her hair into blades and flowers to attack her opponents in battle.
ロボ軍人
Robo Soldier. I probably don't need to say this, but despite his looks, jetpack, and fists that explode, Pochonkin is a human. I can understand why Sin would call him that though.
ラム
Naba. Just as he does with Elfelt, Sin shortens Ramthal's name. This is because after her capture, the three got close and opened up to each other.
針のおっさん
Old man who uses needles. Despite the size of the blades, the weapon that Raven uses are considered needles. Personally, I would call them talons or claws.
俺の出番だぜ吸血鬼のおっさん
An old vampire. The third and last character with the Osan or Old Man title. This is an accurate one since Slayer is a vampire who has been in retirement only to come out to meddle with affairs that pique his interest.
親父
Old Man. Although Sin is Kai and Dizzy's son, he was raised by Soul since they wanted to prevent the United Nations from taking him hostage. Hence is the reason why he calls Soul Old Man, as in father, while being very awkward with Kai. They both travel and work together as bounty hunters.
ゲームが上手い人
A person who's really good at games. Venom uses billiard cue and balls as his main weapon. This is probably why Sin thinks he's good. Although, considering the environment he's raised in, I'm really surprised he knows that billiard is a game.
影使うやつ
A guy who uses a shadow. Zato's main ability is to fight with the forbidden beast that lurks in the shadow. Similar to Milia, this skill was gained by invoking the 5th forbidden magic spell. As a side note, this is the other character besides Batman that Sin uses the word Yatsu. Hope you enjoy the translations. If you'd like to add some lore or details to these voice lines, let me know in the comments. Also, check out our other episodes on this channel and subscribe for future videos as I'll be making more. Alright, till next time, have fun with fighting games.